Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we have a special treat for you. We're covering that final NCAA basketball game. And today, joining me here, we have Joe Gavazzi, our SBR contributor. The game we're covering, of course, the Wisconsin Badgers and the Duke Blue Devils. Joe, pleasure to have you here. How are you doing today?
Doing great, Dex. Always nice to be here with you, the SBR video team, and you guys out there. Let's get started with the championship winner.
All right, so the Badgers ruined the perfect season for the Kentucky Wildcats, avenging a 2014 Final Four loss with Saturday's emotional 71-64 victory. So considering that Wisconsin is in the national championship game for the first time since winning the title game back in 1941, what do you expect to see from them in this spot, Joe?
Well, I do not expect a letdown from the Badgers. That seldom happens in the championship game. But later in our discussion, I'll point out why their performance in recent games may lead to some value for the other side. Wisconsin is typical Bo Ryan here. He's been at it for about 15 years at Wisconsin, and his teams end up always looking the same. He says his teams must play defense. That means moving their feet and committing fewer fouls than any team in the nation again this year. They must take care of the basketball. Again, number one in the nation. They turn the ball over less than 8 times a game. It is truly an example of how a team is better than the sum of its parts. After all, it could be argued that only 2 Wisconsin players, Decker and Kaminsky, could have made the top 10 on the Wisconsin team. This team also must rebound the basketball, according to Ryan, plus 6 turnover margin for the year and an amazing plus 12 rebound margin against Kentucky on Saturday night, arguably a major reason why they won that game. Wisconsin will play Wisconsin basketball. The question is whether it'll be enough against a red-hot Duke team.
All right, now as for the Blue Devils, they took Saturday's first semifinal with an 81-61 triumph against Michigan State. And this upcoming game, coincidentally, is a rematch from back in December the 3rd, where Duke actually beat Wisconsin 80-70, which gave the Badgers one of their 3 losses and their only season loss at home. So do you think that Duke can actually pull it off again here, Joe?
Well, let's consider that score, even though past results are no predictor of future success. Duke did, as you point out, give Wisconsin its only home loss of the season. In the other Wisconsin games, every victory was by 7 or more points. Maybe there is some fundamental edge here to the Duke Blue Devils in this one. They certainly are playing the best basketball. 5-0 straight up in ATS in the NCAA tournament, winning those games by 19.5 points per game and covering by 9 points a game. Lofty margins that have been the best since the first round. Duke is doing it with 3 freshmen, no easy feat considering it's a championship game, but maybe a little more understandable when you know that Coach K is at the reins. After all, he did win his 4th championship ever on this very floor 4 years ago in defeating Butler, and he's now appearing in his 9th title game in his 35 years. Quite an accomplishment, no doubt. What people don't understand about the Duke Blue Devils is they're playing outstanding defensive basketball. As in that 5-0 straight-up and ATS run, they have allowed their NCAA opponents only 55 points a game. And they do have the superior guard play with Frosh Tyus Jones teaming with Quinn Cook in the background. I expect a solid performance from Duke in this one.
All right, now, as for the odds, Joe, we have that Wisconsin is favored, but by a single point. And considering the magnitude of this game, I mean, what do you think is the best play here? Should we actually look at the 139 total instead?
Well, we're going to look at it both ways here, actually. First of all, earlier in this analysis, I alluded to the fact that Wisconsin had come off a big upset over Duke, and would that lead to a letdown? And even though I don't expect a letdown, it may lead to some point value for Duke. Because consider, in NCAA tournament play, any team such as Wisconsin, who has won and covered 3 consecutive games, including as an underdog in each of their previous 2 contests, is a better than 70% play against, and that includes championship games. So from a technical perspective, the value lies in Duke in this one. Overall, although Bo Ryan is hard to play against, Coach K has that greater coaching experience. Duke does have the better guard play And again, that Duke defense allowing 55 points in NCAA play versus a Wisconsin team allowing a whopping 70 points in play. Guard play, defense, and the coaching of Krzyzewski make this a winner at a value price for Duke in a game that could be played to a higher score than the 139 posted total, considering the Duke offense.
All right, Joe. Great stuff. Hey, thanks as always for all the insights and the pick here, and we'll pick it up again tomorrow.
My pleasure. We'll talk to you guys soon. Good luck out there tonight.
All right, take care, everyone else. Don't forget to check back with us tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.